Hey guys, it's Alfred Duck here, and today I'm going to be telling you my predicted squad for CSK in the upcoming mega auction of IPL 2022. So, as always, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe for more action in this channel. Thank you. Though much has not been confirmed, there's been a lot of speculation saying that there will be 4 allowed retentions, with the allowed formats being 2 overseas players and 2 Indian players, and three Indian players and 1 overseas player. So for this prediction, I think I'm going to stick with the 2 overseas players, 2 Indian players format. So my 2 Indian players I'm going to retain are Rutraj Gaikwad and Ravindra Jadeja, and the 2 overseas players I'm going to retain from CSK are Moeen Ali and Faf du Plessis. So the reasons I've picked all these is that firstly, Rutraj Gaikwad, one of the top scorers in the competition, freely struck the ball, was really powerful in the opening with Faf du Plessis. And I think those two can build a formidable partnership up the top and really solidify CSK's attack. And so Faf du Plessis as well ended up with a brilliant 80 odd runs in the final of the IPL 2021. Very nice, classic, strong batsman with really good technique, but he also has a really good style of sense and attack to him as well. Then the reason I've retained Moeen Ali is because he's been really effective for CSK at a number 3, number 4 position. He's been really able to strike the ball, and he was really able to work with the momentum that our opening partnership of Faf du Plessis and Rutraj Gaikwad had really done in the beginning. So he was able to continue that form and freely strike the ball. As well, he didn't have the greatest of bowling seasons for CSK, but I think next season he'll be able to offer us even more with the ball, because his capable off-spinning techniques will be really useful for the team. And then finally, the final retained player is Ravindra Jadeja, Mr. 360 as I would say. Able to hit the ball everywhere, really classy batsman, really energetic batsman. He's a very good finisher of the ball, so he would nicely slot into that number 6, number 7 role to finish off games for the team and really put up a high target for us. And then also with the bowling, he's a really capable spinner who's able to land the ball in the perfect position all the time, has very good economy rate, able to get a lot of key wickets at perfect times, and as well his fielding. Not much to be said. He's always there, taking one of the most safest hands in the world. Really good accuracy with his throws. You've seen some of his run-outs he's done over the years. He's a really outstanding fielder. So I think he can give us everything, and in all 3 sides of the game, he's able to really shine for a team. So that's why I've decided to retain him as well. To start off, I have 4 players that I think CSK should draft in the auction as marquee pickups. These are Varun Chakravarti, KL Rahul, Thangarazyu Natarajan, and Anrik Nokia. The reasons why I think these players should be snapped up will be explained next. First up is Varun Chakravarti, a mystery spinner who has enjoyed a sudden rise to fame in the IPL. A Tamil Nadu player, so I think he would fit in really well with the Chennai setup, and also because it's from his home state. He's a mystery spinner, meaning that he has all sorts of spin in him. So according to him, he has 7 variations. First one's the classic leg break. Second one's the classic off break. The third one's the googly. Fourth one's the carom ball. Fifth one's the flipper. Sixth one's the top spinner. And then his 7th one, it seems, is a slider which is aimed at the toe of the batsman to end up yoking him. So, in his career, he's been used in KKR and in the TNPL as a bowler to pick up wickets and also to restrict batsmen's runs, which he's done with great prevail. For KKR, he's had a really good economy rate, also picking up wickets at really regular intervals, and he has proved to be a really key asset for the team. But the reason I think he won't be retained by KKR is because they already had the types of Andre Russell and Sunil Narayan and Owen Morgan, Dinesh Karthik, all that to be worrying about. So I just think he might fall out of retention. And so if that happens, then straight away I think CSK should come pick him up for however it may come for. So though they have a purse of 90 crores, I have a feeling Varun Chakravarti might attract up to 12 to 13 crores out of their budget. but I think he'll be really much worth it because of his prowess in the spin bowling attack. Next up, we've got KL Rahul. Of course, you might be wondering, why is Punjab Kings not going to retain him? Well, the reason for that is that KL Rahul has openly stated that he's open for a move away from the franchise. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I think if CSK snap him up, they've got a really key wicketkeeper who will take over Dhoni's responsibilities. And they also have a quality batsman up the top of the order to strike freely and get a lot of runs up on the board. In his IPL career, in 85 innings in his career, he scored 3,273 runs at an average of a breathtaking 47.4, one of the top in the league. And he's had a strike rate of 136.4, which is really good at the top of the order. He has scored 200s and also got 27 50s in his career, which I think will be breathtaking. So I think KL Rahul will add an extra X factor to the team, and he'll be a very solid wicketkeeper. In CSK, I think he'll be batting at a number 3 position, just after the opening partnership of Faf du Plessis and Ruturaj Gaikwad. He would come in at a number 3, able to take on what the opening partnership have done and build on that and actually adapt his game style. So if they get out early, he'll be there to rebuild the innings again. But if they get off for a flyer, he'll be there to smack the ball and get as many runs as he can off the final few overs. So in the setup, we'll have Ruturaj Gaikwad opening. Then we would have Faf du Plessis coming in also as an opener. Next, number 3 would be KL Rahul, and my number 4 would be Moeen Ali. Next up is Natarajan. I'm a huge fan of Natarajan, as you might see from my previous videos, which I will link up there. But I really enjoy his bowling prowess, how easily and simply he can bowl Yorkers at such free will. And actually in the 2020 IPL season, he ended up with the most Yorkers in the tournament, beyond the types of Bumrah, Mitchell Starc, etc. It is absolutely breathtaking. Just after that season, he was picked to play against Australia in a T20 and ODI series. And because of an injury, though, he was left out of the T20 World Cup squad, which I think is sad. But he's now 30 years old, so he has around 2-3 more years left in him. And I think he'd be a really valuable death over and power play bowler for CSK. I think his ability to bowl Yorkers and the steadiness of wickets he gets, I think would really keep him at the top of bowlers in the tournament and would be a real asset for the team. He is also from Tamil Nadu, which means he'll be another homegrown talent for a franchise, which I think would add extra chemistry to the team. And yeah, so that's why I think Natarajan should be one of the marquee pickups that CSK should build up. Another bowler who has emerged from the ranks is Anrich Nortje, a very fast South African quickie. Anrich Nortje has really burst onto the scene at the IPL. In his career, in the 24 games he's played in the IPL, he's got 34 wickets at an average of 20 and an economy rate of 7.6. In 2020, he was named the newcomer of the year in Cricket South Africa, which shows how much he's really burst onto the scene. He's regularly clocked at over 140 kilometers an hour. I think he would add an extra oomph to the bowling attack and really send up the pace. And he would provide a lot of early breakthroughs in the power play and also some in the middle order to death overs. So I think he would be a really strong pickup and really strong overseas player for the franchise. Next up, we've got the main starting 11 fast bowling attack. So we have already got the Natarajan in the team, who's a proper fast bowler, and we've also got Anrich Nortje in the team. But I feel that we need 2 more to make a true pace bowling attack, or maybe even 1 more. And so that one more fast bowler that I think we need is either going to come in the form of Avesh Khan or it's going to be Chetan Sakaria. I think they're both Indians, so they don't use a overseas player because we already have 3, so we only have 1 more left for the starting 11. So I think Chetan Sakaria had a really good season this year, picking up around 14 wickets in that many games. Had a really good decent economy rate, really effective in the power play in the early stages of the game. But there's no overlooking Avesh Khan. Had an absolutely breathtaking season with RCB. Already established himself to be a pretty strong candidate for the Indian team soon. And I've also been enjoying him for quite a long time, even when he was in the under 19 circle. So I think he's a really clean, fast bowler, and I think he would be a really good fit for CSK with his power play bowling and his options in the middle order. So there we go. My fast bowling attack consists of the left hand pace of Thangarasu Natarajan, the right hand pace of Anrik Nokia, and the right hand pace of Avesh Khan. And that makes my three main fast bowlers for the starting 11. But reserve fast bowlers can also come in the form of Chetan Sakaria as a reserve fast bowler, or we can have someone like Kartik Tyagi as a backup fast bowler, both from Rajasthan Royals. I think they would work as really good fast bowling options as reserves. There's nothing much to add for our spin attack because we already have four really strong spinners in Varun Chakravarti, in Moeen Ali, and in Ravindra Jadeja. So I don't feel that we need any more spinners and that we have a really strong spin attack already. So I think that's it. I think in the spinning department, we've pretty much sorted out our top order batsmen and our proper bowlers to strike at the end. But we need two middle order batsmen to just smack it at the end. Just two more. Because we've got Ravindra Jadeja who's there. But I think the two more that we really need are batsmen, because we don't need any more bowlers. But I think we can use with Shivam Dubey, who's a really good finisher, and he can also offer a hand with the ball. So I think Shivam Dubey will be another great option. And finally, I think that final option for the X Factor, I think it might go to Hardik Pandya or Krunal Pandya. One of the Pandyas I think would be a really good option because Krunal can really spin the ball and he can smack at the end, and Hardik Pandya can smack at the end. But his bowling has got a bit dodgy over the years, so I think now I'm going to lean towards Krunal Pandya. So there we go, Krunal Pandya. So the starting 11 goes as follows. I'll be opening with Gaikwad and Duplessis. My number 3 is going to be KL Rahul. My number 4 is going to be Moeen Ali. Number 5 is going to be Krunal Pandya. My number 6 is going to be Shivam Dubey. My number 7 is going to be Ravindra Jadeja. My number 8 is going to be Varun Chakravarti. Number 9 is going to be Avesh Khan. My number 10 is going to be Anrik Nokia. And my number 11 is going to be Thangarasu Natarajan. I think this is a really balanced 11 with very strong batting qualities across the board. Plus, we got a very strong bowling attack in the opening of Avesh Khan and Anrik Nokia. And we have Natarajan. And then we have our spin bowlers in Varun Chakravarti, in Jadeja, Krunal Pandya and Moeen. All four can bowl at certain points. I think our main spin trio is going to be Varun Chakravarti and Jadeja, going to be the main duo. But I think Moeen Ali and Krunal Pandya can come in when they are called and when we need them. We've also got Shivam Dubey if he needs to bowl a couple. Shivam Dubey, I don't think he'll be bowling at all. Barely ever he'll be bowling. But I think if we really need that extra bowler, we can handle an over or two from him. And so overall, I think we got a really strong attack because our batting attack opened up with a strong duo of Gaikwad and Duplessis, which we know works because we've seen it for the last 2 years in the IPL and it's really been successful. Then when KL Rahul comes, we have the class abilities of his hitting to maneuver the game. Then we have Moeen Ali to really play his natural game and goes to try slog the ball to get as many runs as he can. And now the rest of the players after Moeen Ali are just there as either finishers or if we really have a collapse to rebuild the innings. So Krunal Pandya is really able to rebuild an innings, but he's also able to finish a game. Same thing with Shivam Dubey. And Ravindra Jadeja, though, I don't think he's used to maneuvering a game. So that's why I've got him at a number 7 role to smack the ball and finish the game. But I would send Ravindra Jadeja above Dubey and Krunal Pandya if we have 2 overs to go and we need as many runs as we can. So then I would send Jadeja in over the two of them. So overall, this would be our starting 11. And now I'm going to be moving on to the reserves and bench players. So here are my 9 bench and reserve players that I've picked for CSK. So the first one is Andrew Tye, an Australian bowler who's been okay for Australia. He's played he was in the Australian team for a year or two. then he's probably fall out of place. So I've got him on my bench. And Kuldeep Yadav. Oh, who remembers the Chahal and Kuldeep Yadav mayhem in 2018 and 2019? Oh well, his career's just fallen out of place. He's lost his place in the Indian team, and he's kind of lost it also in IPL. He didn't play he didn't play a single game for KKR this year. So yeah, but I'll be having him in my bench in reserves. Srivats Goswami as the batsman. He was the opening batsman for Sunrisers in the 2019 season, but I don't think he plays many games for them anymore. But I think he would be a good option in case we need another opening batsman or top order batsman to bat. Then we've got Kedar Jadhav, former CSK player. He's just last year he moved to Sunrisers, and now he's back to CSK in this. Then Ripal Patel, a pretty random player, but I think I've seen him play a couple of times, and he seems okay, so I think I'll have him on my bench. Sai Kishore, another CSK player who's come back, and Tamil Nadu. Same thing with Narayan and Jagadisan. Tamil Nadu player he just played for CSK currently, and now I think we'll come get him back. We'll continue having him. Then Robin Uthappa, another player who currently plays for CSK. I think we'll have to pay a bit more for him, but you could see in the last 3 games of the season he really hit well. I think he'd be an outstanding player for us. And then finally is Moses Henriquez. A very good player, very good on rounder, good pace bowler, good batsman. He's played around 4 games this season. He's got around 5 wickets, which is respectable. I think he'll be a really good backup player for us in the all-rounder aspect. So that makes my team. And yeah, so I'll repeat. The starting 11 is that of Rutraj Gaikwad, Faf du Plessis, Moeen Ali, KL Rahul, and etc. So that's our really good starting 11, and we've got a really good bench. So this makes my dream CSK squad for next year's IPL 2022 Mega Auction. So like always, if you enjoy, like and subscribe for more content on the channel. Catch you later.